Hey folks, this is Matt, aka Slash, and welcome back to the VintageBeef Fan Server. I am heading... Oh! Hey now. This looks nice. Looks like Baker and Justin have finally closed in their portal here. I am quite pleased. But I'm actually on my way over to Baker and Justin's place. Justin said that he has... Oh, there he is right there. He has some of the new trees. I just need to grab a couple of saplings. Hello! Because I need the acacia wood for a build project I want to do at spawn. By the way, I don't remember if I showed this or not in a video, but something strange has happened to our portal to the fortress, or not the fortress, the stronghold, with the end portal in it. I'm not sure what happened to these blocks. I'm guessing a gas fireball must have come in, because it blew these buttons off as well. Before this was closed in, I'm guessing a fireball must have come in, hit, and somehow destroyed some of the portal blocks, but not the rest of them. So, I know if I were to place anything in here, this would update and it would all go away, but I think it looks pretty cool the way that it is. It looks kind of like a mouth that is swallowing you up and taking you back up to this overworld map. So, here we are back at spawn, and the reason that we needed some of the new saplings is because right over here... I feel like setting up a little sort of shop for the spawn area. It's not the best real estate in the world, being pretty far from the main spawn building and on this stretch of road that doesn't have much on it at the moment. But I'm thinking towards the future. This will get built out more over time. It will lead to more important things. There'll be more interesting stuff over here. This is being built out quite nicely, looking very good. I think Allmock and Zombie have been involved in building this area out. I'm not sure what the ultimate plan is for this, but it looks awesome. I love the design here. So I figure people will be coming down this stretch a little bit more often, and maybe they'll be feeling kind of lucky, and they want to test their luck at Slash's Try Your Luck Potion Stop. Name is a work in progress. But in any event, excuse me, the idea is... Let me get some of these acacia trees going while I talk. I'm not sure how much room they need, actually. So let's get the bone meal down here. Is it going to be okay with that torch on the corner there? Ta-da! Wow, man, that gets big. I cannot reach. Anyway, sorry if I've got a bit of a froggy throat. I think I might have a little bit of a cold going. As a unfortunate consequence of fall hitting us pretty heavily and then getting into winter relatively soon. Let's see, I think that's all the logs of that one. Fantastic. Got the sapling back already. That's awesome. But anyway, let's see here. Where are we going to go with this? We want to go... We need 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should work. We'll start about there, maybe? 4, 5... That's going to run into our chest. Can we go over... I'm trying to avoid messing up the terrain too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 7. That's about as far over that way as I want to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's good enough. We don't have too much in there. In fact, I can probably... Haha! Perfect. So what this shop is going to do is we're going to have... 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have a place where a person can pay. Whatever. Probably, I'm thinking maybe gold. But it might be whatever I decide that I need at the time. So I might let them pay with, I don't know, like saplings or whatever. The payment is not really the point. That's sort of the side benefit. I'm mainly interested in the fun aspect of it, the random gambling aspect of it. And for your payment of 1 gold or whatever, you will get yourself splashed with 1 random potion. Sometimes it's a good potion, sometimes it's a bad potion. You're gonna have to try your luck. So what I'm digging out here is the basement for the house, and I think going 3 down is going to be sufficient for setting up what needs to be set up down here. This is where all the redstone is going to end up. Yeah, it looks like it's basically 3 layers. I'm looking at a screenshot of my mock-up. So, let's pull some stuff out of here. Actually, you know what? I need a way up. There, we'll just do that for now. And I'm going to need to be able to dump some stuff off, I think. So let's do that for the time being. How about we keep the food, though? Alright, so we're going to start out right in the middle of the shop. We're going to have a couple of droppers and a dispenser. So the middle is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be right here. Like so. And that's going to be our potion delivery mechanism. The idea here is that I don't want a person to be able to access the dispenser directly and see what the next potion is that is going to be in the queue. I want this to remain empty until it's actually been triggered, and then it will fire and will, you know, you get whatever you get. You don't get to try and predict it and beat the system. Gonna throw some hoppers in there. And then got some chests. That's a trap chest. That's why that didn't stack. Here, like so. And let's go ahead and get some lighting in here as well before I forget. I think that's going to do the job nicely. And that's going to be how the potions get stored in the system. And now, to make sure that the potions are properly mixed up as opposed to loading into this dropper as soon as things get put in the chest, I want to have a mechanism for locking the hoppers. So we're going to put some repeaters down around here like this. Going to get ourselves a lever. And we're going to get ourselves some redstone. Just going to come around like that. Like so. So now we can turn the hoppers on and off without hopefully triggering the dropper. I don't hear it going. Fantastic. So there we have our loading mechanism. Let's see, what is next? Next we need to probably get a floor down, and that's what the acacia wood is for. Let me get my crafting table in place. I'm going to turn these all into planks, and we're going to turn maybe half of them or so into slabs. And our floor is just going to go just like this. I like this new texture. It's very orange. It's like a deep orange color. So I'm going to be going with a mainly sort of orange and red theme for this. And I think it's going to look a little bit funky. Not maybe the best appearance overall. Actually, and I don't need half of these down because this is actually the wall. So let's clear off the ring that's the wall. But I kind of want it to have sort of a funky, almost carnival-esque feel, or not really carnival-esque, not that bright, but just, you know, like a, you know how if you see a place oh, I completely missed that jump. It does like palm readings or tarot readings. You know, that building looks a little bit different from the rest usually. Just not quite 100% normal. But not so far off that, you know, you're scared of it. You still go in and check it out. And let's get, actually I'm not using the acacia planks for this. We are going to do red stained clay and red glass, stained glass for the walls. So we're gonna come across here like so. Because we want it to try and keep more or less with the general theme of the builds in the area, while still being a little bit, oops, outlandish if we can. And the door will actually go here. So I need one more plank. This back here is going to be a little netherwort garden. Mostly for aesthetics, although I might use it for potion brewing. But it's to give it that sort of, you know, the proprietor isn't quite all there feel. And this hole here, I'm not sure if that's where it's going to actually end up, but I'm planning on having an access hatch. Sort of hiding, quote-unquote, back there. Okay, let's get to the innards of this a little bit before we go any further. What we're going to actually do is knock that out, and we're going to put a trapped chest there. Now we're going to come underneath, and we're going to have some hoppers set up. Two going this way, so this one will receive from the trap chest, then one there, and then this one straight down underneath like that. And we're actually going to need to dig out a little bit more of this, which is why the soul sand is in place up above. Alright, I think that's going to be enough room. Now, off of this, we need to detect when payment is coming through the system. So we're going to do slab there, and then a full block here. And off of this full block here, we're going to have a torch. Up here, a comparator, so that we can detect when stuff's going through there. And then 2 redstone dust. And the 2 is very important, because whatever we choose for payment, say we go with redstone, right? I put in 50, and you'll see it's going 2, right? It's all filtering down. Now 18, 17, at 17 it's down to 1. So 1 is the signal strength for 17 and under if it's a stack, or if it's an item that can stack up to 64. Because it's based on, like, 5 stacks of 64 is whatever that is, 320, I guess. So it divides that up along the 15 signal strength that redstone can travel at. And it comes at some number that way. I don't know exactly how the math works, but I know that 2 redstone dust off the end of this is going to be the detection method that we're going to use. Alright, next, off of this, we need to go, oops, here, like so, and this needs to be a full block, and so we're going to have some redstone dust come off of here, and then another torch here, and that's inverted now from that one. From here, we're going to go into this bottom hopper and lock it. So if this stays locked and doesn't receive anything from this top hopper unless there's at least 18 items up here. So what that allows us to do is we do that, and it will count down and it will filter down, and when this gets to 18, I guess it's 22 is actually the number. When this gets to 18 plus these 4, this signal strength will drop to 1, turning the torch on, reactivating this line, this torch goes off, this hopper locks, so now this won't come out of here. So now we can use redstone as our payment method, and this redstone here will only trigger if there's at least if there's over 22 redstone in here. And I can put gold or diamonds or whatever the heck I want in here, and it will only accept that particular item because this sort of filters it. If they put in something that is not what's in here, it'll stop in this hopper, which they can pull back out access from up above. And finally, we have to trigger the system then somehow. So we're going to go here. I'm just using the acacia slabs to mark where the redstone's going. No particular rhyme or reason behind that. And up like this. We'll go line of redstone like so. And a repeater into here. And that will cause, when this line gets a signal, it will power all 3 of these, and whatever's in this dropper will drop into here, then drop up to here, and then dispense into the room above. And that's all that there is to the redstone for this contraption. Now what I can do is get some ladders from up here and finish up our escape hatch. Alright, now that the redstone work is done, let's continue with the overall build. Oh, I forgot to get the cobble out. Gotta finish up the house itself. Ooh, I can't reach that from there. There we go. Just gonna continue like this the rest of the... Dang it. The rest of the way around. And then we're going to put an acacia roof on it. Which hopefully... I ran out of bone meal. I didn't bring enough with me. So hopefully I can grow some more of those acacia trees. I might have to go scavenging for bone meal or skeleton hunting in a cave or something to get the acacia wood that I need. Because it's going to be a lot of acacia stairs for this. Which is unfortunately a fairly expensive material because it's stairs and you only get half of what I think you should get, kind of like slabs used to be. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot right now. Let's see. We can produce some of this though. Basic look around the outside is just going to be like this, wrapped around the house and continuing on up to a peaked roof on top, and then in here we're gonna go across like this with some support beams, and we're gonna put a glowstone in there, and then that will connect to the ceiling via fence posts once I have a ceiling to connect to. And then finally, for the interior here, just gonna get some carpet down. I believe I checked the lighting out. Yep, with the glowstone, let's get rid of the torches. It is sufficiently lit all the way around. It only goes down to 8 at my feet in the corners, which is all that we need. And we can cover the dispenser right up with carpet. We're going to go with orange because we want it to kind of jump out at you a little bit. And I like the way this netherwort garden looks through the red stained glass. I think that's very cool. So I will get back with you when I have enough acacia to actually finish the ceiling. or the roof, or both, as the case may be. So Minecon finished up this past weekend. I was not one of those in attendance, but quite a few VBFS members were there. As well as VintageBeef himself in his first public appearance, I guess you could say. First time he has shown his face, etc. So that was pretty cool. Seeing him in videos and pictures and whatnot, even if I didn't get a chance to meet him in person. I'm hoping now that he is keen on conventions, which I believe he has said he's into it. He's willing to entertain going to others. I'm hoping that he'll give PAX East a try in a future year, maybe even this year if they get a panel going. I don't think he has a pass already, which means that he would be out of luck. But if he gets on a panel, then he will get a presenter pass and be able to go in that way. But it looked like it was pretty cool. The Minecraft panel itself, I watched a recording of after it was all done. And it was very entertaining. Lots of the guys were there. I was really impressed with how many... Oh, I need one more acacia slab. I used them all up in there. I was very impressed with how many of them were actually there this year. Last year was a pretty decent showing, and a lot of them were there, but it was even more this year. There was, I'm going to see if I can remember everybody that was there. I think it was Doc, Pyro, Nebris, BTC, Jasano, MC, Beef, Pause, Generic B, B-double-O, Zisto, and that's the first time I had seen Zisto's face. I know that there was like one picture of him from like 8 years ago or something like that floating around on the Minecraft subreddit. Come on. Guys, just one of you grow naturally, would you? But Zisto was there, and obviously Good. Am I forgetting anybody? I bet you I'm forgetting somebody. Michael was not there, so I'm not forgetting Michael. Come on. Wow, that took a lot to get that one going. I do feel like I'm missing somebody, but I can't think off the top of my head who I'm missing. But I think my favorite part of that whole panel, there was a lot of very good moments, but I think my favorite was probably at one point the question came up, and they took all the questions ahead of time, so nobody... Oh, hey, excuse me. I'm talking to people. Rude. They had questions pre-moderated. They didn't take anything from the floor. So, they were presenting Beef, or not Beef, Beef and B-double-O with questions about how their families took the news when they said, you know, I'm going to play video games for a living for YouTube. And B-double-O was launching into his story. Let me just pause real quick. I want to see, is there anything else I need to do here? Oh, I need the fence posts up there. So let me get some more dirt so that I can pillar up. But when it came to B-double-O's turn... Oh, did I run? I'm out of fence. I'm going to have to make more fence. Also fence. I'll make it out of the precious acacia. That makes... Oh, no, I've got fence there. Aw, I didn't see it in my inventory until now. Probably yelling at me. Such a derp. But B-dubs is starting to answer the question. He's talking about, at one point, he was saying how he was playing the NBA, one of the NBA 2K something, basketball video games. And as he's talking about that, Generic B is trolling him with this hilariously drawn like derpy face and on a paper with an arrow pointing over to B-dubs. And B-dubs doesn't realize that's what it is, so when people are laughing at Jerry, he thinks it's because, you know, people like his NBA series. It's really, you'll have to check it out on DocM77's channel here on YouTube. He uploaded a video, Generic B Trolls BOO at the Minecraft panel. You can see it there. It's like 40 seconds, but it is... I've given you all the context that you need. Go watch and enjoy. Well, I think that's going to do it for the build, guys. There's not anything else that has to be done. I think things are pretty well lit outside. I know the inside is lit perfectly well with that glowstone. I'm going to pick up my saplings here and break this stuff down. The only thing that remains is for me to actually set up the system, which I'll go down here and show you just one more time exactly how that's going to work. Whatever payment I want, I put in here. And I make sure that I have 22 of them in there, filling all 5 slots. And then when people make payment into the trap chest up there, it goes into this hopper, comes over here, increases this tick, unlocks this hopper, allows it to come down. Oh, goodness. I forgot to put the target chest in there. Right now I don't have a destination for it. Oh, and I didn't actually make a target chest. Alright, well, we'll make a target chest. Like so. Target double chest. And that hopper will empty into this chest, which will collect my payment. That's optimistic to think that I need a double chest for payment, but I have the room for it. And yes, I checked the lighting level down here already. I don't want any mobs spawning, making lots of groaning noises and whatnot. Yep. So that'll go down there, and at the same time that that is turned off, this will turn on, which will cause everything to go up. So the only thing I have to do now is I have to brew up a whole bunch of potions, which I will do off camera, and I'll probably make some brewing stands and bring them down to put down here in the basement, and probably get a water source set up in a corner or something so that I can brew up a whole bunch. And I'm just going to dump random potions in random chests, and when I flick the lever, basically 3 from each will fill in to the dropper in the middle. And whenever someone makes a payment upstairs, the one random potion will be chosen to be splashed on them, and then they can enjoy or despise the effects of the potion depending on how their luck turns out. Alright, well, I don't know, that's a tick I need to get rid of. A verbal tick. I need to stop saying alright all the time. Because it's not alright. It's unacceptable. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little project. I've got to put some instructions here. I'm looking forward to seeing the reactions of the folks online here on the server, see if it gets any response at all. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.